My name's Caidin Hill. I'm 18 years old. I was actually born and raised in Missoula, Montana. Come on, I can't even get 10 seconds.
You're not 18.
You're 19.
Oh, that's right. Wow. All right, I'm Caidin Hill. I am 19 years old now. Sorry, just reading off the outline. But I moved over to Bozeman in the winter of my 8th grade year. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you guys, who I am, how I got there, and where I am going. So the first thing, a big part of my life is sports. So basketball has been a huge part of my life. I've spent a lot of time, trying to get better at basketball, a lot of time in the gym, and I've had some great memories because of that. So with basketball, I played at Manhattan Christian for the last 4 years. I was the 6th or 7th man my freshman year, and then was the starting point guard the next 3 years. And being a part of all of those teams has been really cool. As a freshman, we took second at state, which was disappointing because we lost, but felt like we could have won. As a sophomore, we ended up winning it, which is that picture right there. Junior year was a little bit of a disappointment, but then we were able to take third again my senior year. So we've had a lot of success in my time here at Manhattan Christian, and I think that's really cool. I am the school leader in total assists for the entire career, and I think that's a really cool fact because so many people are so interested about scoring all the points or what gets them recognized or noticed, and I was kind of just always in the background doing the dirty work, making sure people did their job and made sure we were winning games. So here's just a picture of me playing against White Sulphur. This is the picture after we won my sophomore year at state, and I love this picture because it has it has our team, but it has also the entire school community behind it, and how supportive everybody was, and how much everybody wanted us to win, and how close we were. And then there's a picture of my dad wearing a cowboy hat, holding the trophy, and I just love that picture because it's kind of funny. So also with basketball, in the summers I would play AAU or travel ball with an organization called Select Basketball. And it got to a group where there were 7 guys, and we played together for 2 whole summers and spent a ton of time, and we got to be really good friends, really, really close relationships with them. And for one of the summers, we actually spent 3 weeks staying with each other and staying at one of the guys' houses, and so we were, 3 weeks, we're all driving to the gym together, we're going to water parks together, we're doing all that sort of stuff, and so having that relationship is really cool. This is us at the water park, just being kind of stupid and dumb. This is us after our last tournament together in the summer of, 2020? Yeah, in COVID. And then this is a picture of me, this is actually in 2nd or 3rd grade at Hoop Fest. And I was playing on 2 different teams, so I was having to run between courts. And I got super tired and ended up falling asleep in the chair. So I think that's a pretty cool picture. For the next sport, golf has been another sport that I have enjoyed and had a lot of success in as well. But the reason I got into golf is kind of a sad thing because my dad was the head basketball coach at Valley Christian for 10 years, 11 years, something like that. And then he ended up getting fired for different reasons. But because he got fired, my parents pulled me from the school, and then every single day I ended up going golfing. They pulled me from the school, so from March until October of that summer, I golfed 18 to 27 holes almost every single day. My mom would drop me off as she was going to work, and I'd get picked up at 3 o'clock later that day, having played a ton of golf, and I just really fell in love with it and enjoyed the different types of competitiveness that golf brought. Because basketball, it's you versus another person, it's your team versus another person. Whereas golf, it's you versus the course, and it's a lot more of a mental competition. So my freshman year, we won state golf as a team, and then I won state individual as a freshman. As a sophomore, I won state individual again, and then we won state as a team. And then we weren't able to have it junior year because of COVID. And then senior year, I was able to win state individual again, and then we won as a team as well. So we've had a lot of success in golf. A little disappointing that COVID happened because there was only 2 other golfers that have 4-peated individually. I think that would have been a pretty cool thing that I could have done, but nothing I can do about that. God had other plans. So here's a picture of me and David Amott after my sophomore year winning. This is our picture because this is the guys' teams and the girls' teams, and the girls' team has had a lot of success as well. And then this is a picture of me playing in Hawaii, which is a really cool backdrop. And that's one of the things I love about golf is you can go to different places and see all these super scenic, areas and go play golf. And I think that's really cool. So for my family, I've got my parents, and I don't even know which child that is, but found that picture on my phone. So my mom's name is Robin, and she's a CPA accountant, and my dad is Aaron, and he is a construction worker. And they've always been, extremely supportive of everything that I do. They want me to branch out and try different things. And one of the things that I really like about them is they have put aside certain career advancement possibilities to try and spend more time with us kids and really make sure that they were a part of our lives and we knew that. And I think that's really cool because not everyone is willing to give up that much for their kids. So I think that's really cool and I thank them for that. I've got two sisters, Linnea and Kelsey. Linnea is living in England and she's on her way to become an accountant. And Kelsey is going to MSU, and she's going to become a teacher. I also have my brother Tabarak over here, and he is a sophomore at Manhattan Christian. And I like this picture a lot because I think that just kind of shows what's going on in Tabarak's mind a lot of the times. It's he's got the right idea, but it's not fully processed the right way, but it works out just fine. And I think that's a really cool thing. And then this is my dog Brio, who we've had for a long time. So one of the things about my family is we're extremely competitive. We play a lot of different sports and a lot of different things. And one of the things that we enjoy doing is family game night. So we get out, the board game of, Settlers or Monopoly, or in this one instance we played Risk. And when we played Risk, everybody was so competitive and took it so personal that we ended up quitting the game because everyone was crying because one person was attacking the other and that's not fair because this person's being mean, and it was a whole meltdown. So Risk has actually been banned from our family. We are unable to play that game anymore, which is it's a little disappointing, but it's kind of funny with how just how intense and everything our family can get. But we still enjoy trivia nights and Settlers of Catan and stuff like that. So for where I'm going for college, I'm actually going to GCU, which is Grand Canyon University down in Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm going to be studying business finance, and I want to try and become a financial advisor because that's something where I think I can help other people, figure out what they want to do with their retirement and be able to, switch up their funds and their money so that they can do the things they want to do with their life. And that kind of brings me into my senior project, which I wanted to do something in the financial world. I wanted to do something kind of along that lines. And investing is a very, very big part of that. So for my senior project, I actually day traded a account on TD Ameritrade. And I would day trade from 7:30 to 7:50 basically every morning. Basically, I'd look for stocks with high volume and high percentage gains and read the patterns and try and get in at the right spot and expect it to go up, and sometimes it did go up and I made money, and sometimes it did not go up and it went down and I lost money. But I think it's all just kind of, it's part of the ebb and flow of investing, and so being able to take the wins and the losses and know that steadily it will be an increase in the end. So that's something that I tried to do with that. To get into that, I looked up looked on YouTube and just kind of day trading tutorials and looked at all these different YouTube channels to try and figure out, and I ended up landing on this guy called Ross Cameron who does warrior trading, and he has a bunch of different instructional videos that I watched, and he also does recaps of if I trade on a Tuesday, he'll have a recap up on Wednesday so I can look at what he saw when I was looking at the exact same market and see if I was seeing the same things he was. So I think that was a really good way for me to kind of learn and get into the way things were. One of the things about the day trading is 90% of people who day trade lose money. And I think that was another one of those things where it kind of sparked my competitiveness to try and be one of those 10% that actually made money and be able to prove that I can do that. So that was something that kind of got me interested in that. But investing is one of those things that I want to do for a long time, and just keep that going. So that's my life up to this point. There are a few unknowns, but I know I'll figure it out. I've got a pretty level head, I think. And so yeah, I'm pretty excited for the future and ready to see what it holds. So thank you guys.